The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Howdy, how there, friends and neighbors. Are you weather aware? Weather aware, because this could be severe day. One of those days with severe weather. I've already gotten notification. The University of Oklahoma, along with other schools, many other schools, have canceled activities for the afternoon due to the possibility of severe weather.
Now, doesn't that sort of bother you when you find things like that are going on later on in the day or in the evening, and they cancel them real early?
Yeah, and we're here doing what we do and doing what we do best, making money with our mouths. It's Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams.
Hey.
Welcome to the #1 video podcast in America. Glad to have you with us. And, of course, it's brought to you by the great people at Flash Hauler. FlashHauler.com, FLASHOLR.com. You go to FlashHauler.com, find out about all their great services. They are now the game changers in the moving industry. We have a new sponsor to add to the bunch.
That's right, Howard Harris Funeral Services. And you may say, funeral? Yeah, well, okay, we're going to focus on the services, and you'll find out exactly why you'll want to make a quick phone call today. That'll be Howard Harris Funeral Services. We'll tell you more about it in a bit.
Fantastic people, and it's, always a good idea to plan for the future, whatever that might be. All right, we've got our own phone number to call. Hotline number for Jack and Ron is 405-509-5030.
Wait a minute, I'm going to write that down.
Write it down, say hallelujah.
509
5030.
5030.
With an area code of 405. So
Wait a minute.
yeah, 405
405
509 5030.
All right.
Enough. And we got our website too, jackandron.com. JACKRON. JACKANDRON.com. Thank you. All right, there you go. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to cover today. We'll have Too Tough Trivia here in just a moment. We've got news of the I'll Be Damned, dumbass joke of the day, Tri-Bond. Oh, we've got so much. Roy the Movie Guy. And, of course, some email from people who seem to have trouble, and they come to the experts for answers. Meanwhile...
Not knowing they're going to get more trouble.
Meanwhile, we also have to thank Richard, the producer of this bombastic broadcast, the #1 video podcast in America. Richard does a great job. He sets up all the gear, and we do it all right here with Richard from Othello's. We have to thank them, too.
Yeah.
Othello's Italian Restaurant in Edmond, where we're doing the broadcast. They have another location you can check out, Campus Corner in Norman. For all those students who won't be going to any of the extra activities at OU, head over to Othello's down there in Norman on Campus Corner. Get something to eat.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day.
While you're looking for shelter. Now, at the same time, I feel bad sometimes when a lot of times we're here before Richard, and we're just sitting here waiting on him to bring all the equipment and everything, and he has to set it all up, and we're sitting here, a little conversation. And I just does that ever bother you, man, that we don't come out to the car to help you bring some of this stuff in?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's good. Because
it ain't going to happen.
No, it ain't going to happen.
Well,
But you guys help after, afterwards. Yeah, I used to help.
I would. Well, you know my deal. I've got this torn Achilles. It's in a boot. My foot's in a boot, and they're going to be doing surgery on it Wednesday. So
Ouch.
After that, God only knows when we'll be doing another podcast because I've got issues. I'm going to be kind of a prisoner in my own home.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to step on that foot for like 8 to 12 weeks, they tell me.
You won't be stealing second.
No doubt about that. We got to get to Too Tough Trivia to kind of kick things off and see if we can tax your mind just a little bit.
All right. We're dealing with the great outdoors. And the question, where are sharks' taste buds? Where are sharks' taste buds?
In their rectum.
That's what I wanted to say, too.
All right.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Is it in their gills? Well, we're going to find out. Yeah. We'll find out here at the end of this fantastic
When you
bombastic-
found out, did you laugh about it? Or you like, oh, ha, ha, ha? Or you
No,
like,
no, I didn't laugh. It was like, wow, really?
Ooh.
It was one of those.
Okay.
You know,
Well, we'll
so-
find out at the end of the podcast about 55 minutes from now. Also, a quick reminder, you need to share this podcast. If you're watching us on Facebook, share it with all the friends you have on Facebook. Maybe you have 500, maybe you have 5,000 friends. Share this podcast with all your friends
If you just
on
have
Facebook.
50, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just spread it all around.
Share the hell out of it, okay? Great. Because we'd like to have you share the podcast with everybody on the planet that you come in contact with. Okay, we got Too Tough Trivia out of the way. Now the next thing on the agenda every week.
This is the main one right here, man.
Asinine Trivia.
This is where we put him to the test.
Now, this is where we tax the mind of Richard, our producer. Here we go. We hit you with 3 questions. Questions so easy, we call it Asinine Trivia. It's that quick and easy. Easy trivia. Asinine. Here we go. Question 1. What food do you normally put in a hot dog bun?
A hot dog.
All right. Oh, here's one for you.
I
No.
prefer beef.
Okay. Well, beef hot dogs are the best. All right. Number 2.
More juicy.
This
Or,
is-
those Viennas.
yeah, the
they're-
Vienna
yeah,
beef.
yeah, yeah.
All
Oh,
beef
man.
Vienna. Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Here goes question number 2. What restaurant is known as the home of the Whopper?
Burger King.
BK, Burger King. You got it. Finally. Name the 2 guys who
I get
won
so
more
stressed
broadcast.
out.
He wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, I get so stressed out when he starts the questions.
Poor Richard. He worries that I've said and built it up as trivia so easy, it's asinine, that if he gets one wrong,
Oh, it's all downhill.
yeah. Okay. Question 3. A simple one.
Mm.
Name the 2 guys who've won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma.
Well, you've narrowed it down already.
Yep. Who also eat peach cobbler from a dog bowl while wearing a flea collar and a leash and sitting in a dog cage as discipline for relieving themselves on the carpet, and who also perform the #1 podcast in America.
Holy-
Jack and Ron.
Yeah, man. Boom. That's a beautiful thing. A thing of beauty, man. Very good.
Relieve themselves on the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound like something we'd probably do?
You know
Well,
what?
maybe
And-
as young kids.
And in an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay, in an emergency where we can't be away from the mic or whatever, and we don't have a big empty cup.
There you go. I got some really cool news for you. Ladies, you might love this. There was a time when people worried about like walking into work, having gone to a particular restaurant. Like sometimes you go to a Mexican restaurant, you come in smelling like a Mexican restaurant, right? Well, or you go to work and you come in and they go, "Is that KFC I smell on you?"
Smell
Well,
like
get-
fried chicken.
Yeah. Well, get this. KFC has released a limited edition barbecue perfume they say will leave you and the people around you tipsy with hunger. It's called Number 11 Eau de Barbecue, and it promises a classic barbecue experience in every bottle. It has a smoky wood smell and charcoal notes. Before you get too excited about it, you ought to know it's only coming to Europe for now. It's unclear why, but maybe they think Europeans are fancy enough to appreciate a fragrance
Yeah,
as fine as this Eau de Barbecue.
Now, wait a minute. Aren't they the same folks that had that candle?
Candle that smelled like KFC?
Yeah. Now they're coming up with something else to stink up your house.
Well, that's to
Jeez.
stink you up because it's going to be a barbecue scented perfume that, your lady can wear. Can you imagine?
I think that'll give me a headache.
Yeah,
Imagine that. Yeah, it might not be exactly what you want your lady to smell like, but hey, they say it will entice you to be extremely hungry. I got one other story for you. You know the candy Skittles? Skittles has announced a new promotion where they're offering one person a chance to live in a tiny Manhattan apartment for free.
What?
Free for a year. It isn't just any apartment. It's super colorful. There's also a lot of Skittles decor. So if you have a sugar habit and are easily tempted,
Yeah.
it could be intense. If you're visualizing this thing or trying to visualize it, they say it looks like the kind of place you could imagine a divorced,
Yeah.
middle-aged Ronald McDonald moving into. Simple enough.
Say it.
You can enter right now for a chance to win. You want this, and it's free for a whole year. By the way, the apartment is only 353 square feet.
Oh, so you can walk in and turn around.
Yeah. If you want to enter,
Leave again.
you have to enter by May 21st. Go to skittles.com/littlestliving. skittles.com/littlesliving. Okay. LITTLES living. Go there and you can enter. Maybe you'll be living in Manhattan in a 353 square foot apartment.
Ooh, hi-hatting it. You're hi-hatting it.
And it's all decorated colorfully, like all the colors of Skittles. How nice.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to not to visit, but to see some of these New York apartments that people are paying an exorbitant amount of money for.
Right.
And it's like, what you're paying what, $1,700 for this?
Yeah.
Okay, and you pull this Murphy bed out of the wall.
Pretty sad, isn't it?
And what is going on? And did you like the 4 flights that you had to walk up?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You know, those are the things that I think about when I think about living in Manhattan, because I've got a number of friends who do live in Manhattan. And, you know, first off, they say, well, you can walk almost anywhere. Well, maybe you don't want to walk when it's snowing and it's only 20 degrees outside.
Especially if you're a woman where people are coming up socking you in the face.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in New York, too.
Yeah.
At any rate, I just can't imagine, you know, I've been to people's places where they live like on a 15th floor of a condo. Nice place. But you get in and I'm thinking, oh, if you've gone to the grocery store, now you got to haul all this crap into the elevator, then take it all the way up, then take it in, and then you go, oh, I left one thing in the car. I need to go back down. It's like, you know what? I kind of like the idea of pulling into my garage, walking right into the house. How about you?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. The number one, you don't leave something downstairs and go back downstairs and expect to find it.
Yeah. Well,
That
at least not in New York.
That ain't gonna happen.
No doubt about that. All right.
We've got Dylan Cruz saying hi. Dylan, how you doing, man?
Hey, Dylan, what's happening?
And Judy Hagan.
Yeah, I see Judy Hagan, my sister, is online. Appreciate that. Thanks
I
so much
like
for
that.
checking it out.
Hello, big brother. That is
that's
so
nice.
sweet.
Yeah, very nice of her. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, I got to get some audio unless you have something else you wanted to throw out there.
Not until we have a commercial break, my friend. Let's go ahead and
get some
and
audio.
have fun. Yeah, well, I am going to acknowledge Dylan saying, "Howdy, guys. Are you ready for tonight's weather?"
It's all anybody's talking about today.
I'm ready for this afternoon's weather.
I'm ready for it to be over with.
Yes,
The weather is not your friend today, they tell us.
and I believe them.
They say, fear the severe.
Ooh, is
Yeah,
that
there
a
you
new
go.
catchphrase they throwing out
I just
there?
made that one up.
That was good.
All those meteorologists in town on the TV, go ahead and use that one. I'll give you.
Oh, that'll be real good when we have all of them on there for what, 5-6 straight hours.
7 hours,
Yeah.
yeah. One of those guys, they were talking last week. One of the guys, I forget what it was. I think it was the Channel 5 guy. What's his name?
Damon.
Damon, yeah. He was talking about yesterday we were on the air solid for 10 hours. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Man.
It was 10 hours of continuous coverage without a commercial.
Now,
Think of the money they're losing, too, with all those commercials being
can't run
preempted.
that.
now, at the same time, I'm thinking he does have someone else. I know
Yeah.
Jonathan Condor and it's this other young lady and my man over there at 9. He's
got a
staff,
entourage of
yeah.
women. He's
Yeah.
got all these.
He got an entourage of women.
he's got- he got
There's
a-
a bunch of
Yeah,
females.
he's got a bunch
Yeah.
of weather bunnies in there helping out, and he does
weather
a fine,
bunnies.
fine job. Who's that over at 9? David Payne.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Mr. Payne, Mr.
Yeah.
Stylish Payne.
I know Payne, known him a long time. And then over
Yeah.
at 4, you got Mike Morgan, and then he's got Emily Sutton and Jonathan. Oh God, there's
Yeah.
so many of them. And
yeah.
then Damian Lotus, and I'm trying to remember all the different media.
Well, see, it's not the way it wants to be. They want it to be.
right.
You know. Now, where are the weathermen that stuck it out? Just them,
All by
by
themselves.
themselves. That used to happen.
Was Gary solo?
Gary England.
Yeah.
He
Might
was
as-
part of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of by himself and
by
somebody.
himself.
What about this? Okay, all right. Put the camera back on me. Oh, by the way, hello, Connie Consuelo Williams, my sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, said don't want you to feel left out. Appreciate that.
Very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. All right. We got some audio we want to run for you real quick. The guy on YouTube by the name of Anthony, he was recording. Now, you're going to love the sound of this deal. He was recording while he was flying a motorized paraglider. Okay, he's
a
all
what?
by a paraglider. You know, like you
Oh,
hang
okay.
gliding.
Thought you said paraglider. first.
No,
How do you do that?
and a hang glider, but it's a
Okay.
motorized one.
All right.
He's going about 50 miles an hour when something goes wrong, and he quickly fell 85 feet. Here is his agonizing recording. The clip is beeped, by the way. The source video is not, but if you just listen to it like we're going to do, the audio might be troubling to some people. As always, you are the final decision of what airs on the show. And we decided for you that we're going to air this. Check this out. Anthony in his motorized paraglider.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh. Hey, Siri, call 911. Hey, Siri, call 911. Call 911. Emergency. Help.
What did he land on?
911 emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine.
Okay, where are you at? So, do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills. I'm in the desert. Oh,
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
a paramotor.
Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, please.
Do not hang up.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, he
Did
was
you watch the
obviously.
video? Was there a video to it?
There's a video to it. He was rushed to the hospital. He's got
Was
a.
he flying? I don't know why I was laughing during that.
I know, I was too.
I felt bad. I looked at Ron and I was like, this is not laughing.
He lived, as far as we know. He's got a fractured neck, fractured back, a fractured pelvis, and a broken arm. And he's got.
How did he land? Or did he? No, he
So
couldn't.
how high was it? Did you watch? You said you watched the video. So how high was it?
I would say maybe what would you be 100 feet off the ground?
Oh, he was pretty high up.
Yeah, maybe anywhere from 60 to 100 feet. I mean,
What
you
is
know,
that?
if you're
And all
going,
of a sudden you just saw him like,
yeah, if
you
you're
start
going
falling
50
down.
miles an hour,
yeah,
and
you're
the engine just quit. He just dropped.
Is it,
Yeah.
put gas in it next time. Is that? Are we talking about 2 stories or 3 stories?
That's like jumping off the roof of Othello's. You know,
no,
imagine what would
like
happen
60,
to you.
100 feet. It's like almost. That's like
Yeah,
7
that's even
stories.
higher. He was even higher than that.
It's like 7, 8 stories high.
yeah. Yeah, be like,
I don't know. Well, I'm not laughing.
I
Yes,
know.
I am laughing at the guy.
I was laughing.
Who was jumping?
I think it's because his moans were so aggressive.
Well, I was thinking about how he was just so cocky at the beginning. Hey, here we go, and then, uh-oh.
Them telling my flying machine.
my flying machine. What a story. Poor guy, Anthony. You know what? We should do a follow up. Find out that he's doing okay. Here we go. What was that?
Sorry, that's
Okay. Well, we need to do a follow up and see, and follow up on Anthony to see how he is in the next few weeks or months. Make sure he's okay, and see if he's ever going to get up on that paraglider again.
He won't. You know what? I don't think he wants to get up high ever again.
No, I don't.
You
think
won't
so.
see him on an escalator.
All right.
Jeez.
Anyway, there you go. A little fun audio for you. All in good fun, and hoping that he has a good recovery and a full recovery.
Without a doubt.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Little commercial break for you. Back in a flash, and we'll get you updated on some of the other stuff we're doing. Hang on.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is...
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based.
It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack. Winger.
Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, Big Hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your name.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around, and I don't see you. Well, wait, are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash Holler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash Holler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Holler. Download the Flash Holler app free. Do it now. Flash Holler. All right, Flash Holler, the game changers in the moving industry. If we hadn't told you before, Flash Holler will move just about anything. If you've got a couch, a sofa, maybe a dining room set, a refrigerator, a washer, dryer, Flash Holler can move that for you anywhere in the state of Oklahoma and sometimes even out of state, depending upon where you're going.
Yeah, that's very interesting, Jack. And considering this is the first Monday of the month, what about junk removal? I mean, a lot of people put all of that on the curb,
Sure.
you know, and depending on what you put out there, it blows all over the neighborhood. What about junk removal? Can Flash Hauler haul that?
Flash Hauler can haul anything, Ron. And now they've integrated with all the senior centers in the state of Oklahoma, and not just 1 or 5 or 10, every one of them. And they even have the floor plans for every senior center in the state of Oklahoma. And now that they've incorporated all of this in one big lump, they can go ahead and help you with a senior in your family, be it a parent, an uncle, an aunt, a grandparent, move into one of these senior centers and give you a flat rate fee. They'll come and pack. They'll move it. They'll unpack. And if you got stuff left over, what do they do with that, Ron?
Yeah, well, if you got stuff left over, they will donate your unused furniture. And plus, they have storage on top of that. Because a lot of times when you try to get rid of something, you don't want it at that particular time. Maybe a month or two later, 6 months, whatever. Oh, I still wish I had. Hey, they have storage. They have it for you still. So they've got you covered one way or the other, my friend. That's Flash Hauler.
Flash Hauler. Go ahead and check them out online, flashholler.com, FLASHOLR.com, flashholler.com. They will help you out.
All right. Now, that's planning in advance, and that's something that you definitely want to do, and that's the message that Howard Harris Funeral Services are trying to provide for you, providing elite with professionalism and distinction. Talking about that service. Now, this is the ability to plan your final journey yourself with the pre-need funeral package. Now, there are several pre-plans offered. You'll have a skilled counselor to help you choose the right plan, service customizations, and dignified memorial services with cremation. You heard me right. Licensed funeral director and insurance counselor Audrey Howard Harris is at your service. You can call her at 405-682-1883. That's 405-682-1883. They also offer will and estate planning.
Okay, and get this. This is a great way to get
That was
peace
their
of
website. Sorry, I was trying to pull up their website.
Okay.
You can get peace of mind with advanced funeral planning, which will spare you and your loved ones added grief and financial burdens. See, that's part of the thing you got to look toward it with the future, how to know to plan ahead, and they will definitely help you. Audrey Howard, take care of you and have everything laid out so that you don't have these issues and these burdens being bestowed upon your loved ones who are grieving.
You know what? Times like this, when families are very vulnerable as far as, overcome with grief and what have you, what do? Well, you take care of it yourself. Make sure that your life, my friend, is celebrated the way you want it, with elite professionalism and distinction. And you can call licensed funeral director and insurance counselor Audrey Howard Harris. Again, 405-682-1883. The plans for your future final journey can begin today. By the way, cremation packages start at $11.88. That's Howard Harris Funeral Services.
You have no idea how important it is to have those plans in place prior to the time when your family all of a sudden gets stuck with the burden.
Yeah, when it's time to go, you go the way you want to go.
There you go. All right. We got to get to some email because we have so many people writing to us constantly in need. People with problems, people with troubles, people who are in crisis. Do they go to Dr. Phil? Hell no. They come to Jack and Ron. So what do we got today, Ron?
Well, it starts out, as most of them do, Dear Jack and Ron, how do you tell the parents you love to stay home? You know, they had the big Star Wars festival this weekend. You know, a lot of movie theaters were playing, 12, 15 hours of the movies? Well, and activities as well. Well, I guess it goes across generations, according to this young man. Your dad yelling, yes, and saying other things maybe from his era, that can be embarrassing. Wait a minute, how can that be embarrassing? At any rate, how can you handle that? Well, look, I look at it this way.
Uh-huh.
Your dad may be thinking of ditching you.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you're sitting there, arms folded and everything, he's having a great time. You should be having a great time too. At this particular point, as far as generations go, there are a lot of things that separate us, separating families. Star Wars seems to be a bridge as far as those age gaps are concerned. He enjoyed the movies. He watched these movies before you ever did, probably before you were born. So this is it. It's something you can both enjoy. My friend, take the win. It's a win-win for both of you.
All right. Very good. Man, it's one of those times when we really had some worthwhile
Advice.
information and advice. What the hell's going on here? All right.
Weather.
Let's say hi to some people checking us out today. Matthew B. Struble is checking us out, and Mike Lauderdale, and also John Bennett, who says, woohoo.
Oh, yeah. I love
Matthews.
Yeah, we used to do this a long time ago. There was a commercial, especially during the football season, where they had microwavable bowls, but it never came across that way.
The guy, the professional announcer, the guy who was probably being paid $100,000 to do the voiceover for this, I forget what food it was, but they offered microwavable bowls. And when in the actual commercial that ran, that the agency sent out, he was like, microwavable bowl. Then
he's drunk or something.
Yeah, we all laughed so hard we kept playing it over and over just because it was like, what producer, what engineer, who allowed that to leave the studio before fixing it? Anyhow, it was fun, man.
Microwavable bowl.
I know.
What do you have to drink?
Yeah, so Matthew reminded us of that. Thanks so much, Matthew. I appreciate it.
Speaking of having something to drink, we're here at Othello's right now, and of course, we are those type of individuals. We don't go near the bar or anything like that.
Good idea.
The top cocktail in America. I love watching these surveys.
Is it a margarita?
That's what I think it would be. Margarita.
Yeah.
Margarita, the top cocktail.
Off the top of it. Good job, Jack.
Yes. And what was this other one? The third one, a Constantine. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I'm not familiar with a Constantine.
You've heard of absinthe?
I have heard of
Okay.
absinthe. Smells,
They put
smells
some-
like licorice.
They put some of this in the Constantine.
Huh.
And they basically say all you need is one.
Oh,
Bad.
Yeah.
kind of like a.
Absinthe is like strong.
Yeah,
aggressive.
Yeah, in fact, it was illegal for a while.
Yeah.
I think until 2007, something like that. It was illegal.
Wow.
It was that strong.
What about?
Are you a margarita drinker when you do drink cocktails outside of beer, Jack?
I'll have a margarita once in a while. It's probably been a couple of years since I've had one, but I will, on occasion, usually around the holidays, have a shot of real smooth tequila. I don't want to just burn it down like some people with the lime and the salt. I want to sip the tequila. I want it to be nice, like a Patron Silver or 1800, something like that. Just sip. And only one, and it's really smooth, and it just goes down so well.
I wish I had a choice like that, but as you know, I don't drink
much.
No, I defy anybody to ever. And you know what? We have the phone number here at 405-509-5030, or you can go ahead and text us right now. If you've ever seen me with a drink in, not the bottle, but with
the bottle in a brown paper bag,
with a drink in my hand, you've never seen. No one's ever seen that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not drinking any less.
There you go.
That's the old story. All right, we've got. Let's see here. Nancy Labarde is saying Monday's funny time. Oh, Monday's funny time, meaning she actually likes the show.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Now remember
Appreciate
that as the weather continues to change, we're having fun. Okay.
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
That's the Oklahoma way.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law Tom Hagen has said, "I'm watching the Weather Channel. Holy flying cows! Look out! You guys have some stuff coming at you." So apparently, the Weather Channel is even in, I guess, focusing on it.
Oh yeah, they were amazed this morning, and they were trying to hold it down, not to
get too
not
to
excited.
alert,
not to
realize
really,
that people's
not to
lives are at
scare
risk.
everybody.
Yeah.
Not to sound so, like having too much fun.
Yeah, well, see, it gets too bad, and then you find yourself running from door to door. You got a shelter? You got? Hey, do you have a shelter? Can we come in? Hello?
Mary
That
Beth
type of
Barton's
deal.
checking in too and says, "Good to see y'all again." Thanks, Mary Beth. Appreciate that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I watched this morning the Today Show. Dylan Dreyer was filling in for Al Roker. Dylan is my girl. She really does a good job.
Did your wife know that?
Yeah, they both work for the same network, NBC. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
she knows that Dylan and I are longtime friends. All right, we've got to get to some more audio. This one is a kid in Oklahoma who's pretty much a hero.
Okay, wait just a minute. Do we want to go ahead and get to that audio, or do we want to go to Roy?
Roy's not with us today.
Roy's not with us.
Yeah.
Roy's not with us today?
Yeah, that's why I was mouthing to him when I was
When
trying
you were
to tell
doing
you.
your
to keep
deal,
going. I was trying to do some behind the scenes.
Roy's
producer
not
work.
here.
No Roy today.
No Roy today.
All right, so we got this audio for you, though.
I know the number one movie, though, for the week.
And it is?
The Fall Guy, $28 million.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. 28 million, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got this kid who's pretty much a hero here in Oklahoma. 9-year-old kid in Oklahoma named Branson Baker. He saved his parents over the weekend after a tornado tossed their truck into some trees. Tossed the truck into the trees. Tornadoes are
they were in
the
truck.
vehicle.
Yeah. Whoa.
He was okay, but they were seriously hurt. So here's Johnny Baker, the kid's uncle, talking about what happened. Check this out.
One of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. And the only way he found his way back is lightning strike. Every time there's lightning strike, it would light up the road. So he ran as fast as he could, as hard as he could. He probably made a mile in 10 minutes. The last thing Branson told to him is, "Mom, Dad, please don't die. I'll be back." Is the last thing he said to him.
Wow. Mom and dad are in the hospital, by the way, dealing with broken bones. But according to the uncle again, they're expected to recover. They were all in the truck. It's dark, and those are the worst times to hit a tornado or have a tornado hit, is when it's dark and you can't see. So the truck gets flipped into a bunch of trees. The kid's okay. He gets out, and for the lightning strikes, he could see the road ahead of him. So he ran down the road to get help. Smart kid. And
now, what were they doing?
Congratulations
in
to him.
stormy weather, driving around.
That's a good question.
Because you know what? If I'm going on a trip, and I'll say 25 miles or more, I'm checking. The weather. I'm checking everything. And if it can be handled with a phone call, guess what? That's what you're getting.
There you go. Wow. Because that's definitely a sad time to be driving, is out there when tornadoes are taking place. It's just horrible what these tornadoes can do. So consequently, this kid helped save his parents' life. Very good. Very good, dude. He deserves to get some sort of recognition.
Allowance.
Yeah. And
Dad, I saved your life. Could I get an increase in my allowance, please? Can
maybe Governor Stitt will recognize him. That would be pretty cool if he gave him some sort of a medal or honor.
What did you say?
Maybe Governor Stitt, the governor of the state of Oklahoma,
okay,
will honor the kid.
I had to make sure that my ears were hearing what you said.
All right.
Okay.
Now I know you got to hear what I'm going to say when I say. Let me see. Make sure. Oh, it is time for the
news of the I'll be damned.
Who's ready for that?
We're all ready.
All right.
Well, but can you really get ready?
Well, for that, here's the story I've heard. You don't have to hurt somebody to be charged with a crime. You don't have to hurt them to be charged with a crime because police in Florida responded to a trespassing at a convenience store last week. One of the cops was assaulted. The officer was hit by a cheeseburger forcibly thrown at his thigh by a 73-year-old man while the guy was in handcuffs. Whoa. If you're thinking that probably didn't leave a mark, you'd be wrong because according to the report, they observed residue from the burger on the police officer's thigh, 6 inches underneath the belt line. The man was charged with misdemeanor trespassing and battery on a law enforcement officer, which is a felony. It's rough to get a felony like that, but don't feel bad for the guy. He has a long rap sheet that includes being arrested 2 years ago for trying to strike a cop with a metal pipe.
So he threw a cheeseburger at him?
Threw a cheeseburger at him.
How hard did he throw that cheeseburger?
Pretty darn hard.
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute.
He was handcuffed. Yeah, he's in handcuffs, and he managed to throw a...
That sounds like some falsifier.
Yeah. Now...
How old was he?
The guy was 73 years old, and he was in handcuffs. All right, you guys ever been to the dentist? Of course you have. When think about this dentist get together. 40-year-old guy in Turkey recently went into the office, his dental office, with a toothache. He had to have several teeth pulled. His dentist said they need to be replaced with implants. You've seen the implants they put in people, which they screw directly into your jaw. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. They were installing a tooth in the upper left side of the man's mouth when he said it felt like the dentist was pushing really hard. What happened next wasn't normal at all. The dentist pushed so hard the screws broke the man's jaw and pierced his brain. It ended up lodged in his skull behind his left eye. He screamed out in pain.
I bet.
Couldn't take it, huh? And the dentist realized it was serious. So he rushed the guy to the emergency room. Then he left. The dentist did. Surgeon said the man might not survive the surgery, so he said goodbye to his wife and kids, just in case. But luckily, he pulled through and fully recovered. He's now suing for an undisclosed amount of money. He says he called the dentist, and the guy won't even take his calls, nor will he give him a refund.
I was about to say, did he go visit his new dental office that he's going to own?
I don't know.
Dang, Jack's feeling dark today.
Yeah.
That's a good story, man. I like that one.
And there's nothing wrong with feeling dark. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we got to get to this thing. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire #1 video podcast in America with Jack and Ron. It is time for your
sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Well, we're going to wrap it up kind of quick today. The final season of Cobra Kai. I like this show. I like it a lot.
There's another season?
Yeah, we're going, and it's going to be 15 episodes. And
15?
15. They're cutting it into 3 parts.
Wow.
The last of which will air in 2025. So
that's aggressive.
Yeah, that's real.
2025.
15 episodes into 3 different parts.
15 episodes of the final season of Cobra Kai.
They must
the
be
last one
anticipating
being in 2025.
They must be anticipating that everybody in the cast and crew are at an age where none of them are going to pass away before 2025.
They're trying to milk this out. I
Yeah.
feel like the last season ended good, didn't it?
It was no. Remember the two bad guys, the two bad guys, and the main rich bad guy went ahead and had the poor guy,
I know you're talking about.
and had him. He ran a game on him, and he went away. And the rich guy said, Now I'm in charge.
That's right. I do remember that. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but last night they had the big old giant roast of Tom Brady on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't had a chance to catch any of the replays because I didn't see the actual broadcast.
I saw some of it, but it was some of it that they shared because I can't afford Netflix. Anyway, Kim Kardashian booed at the roast.
She was booed.
She was booed, and of
That's
course
common,
a lot of the shows, especially those that co-hosted by women or hosted by women. Oh, they love putting that up. Look, here's Kim. She's getting booed,
they all hate.
and she had a little glass of champagne out there. But she got the final laugh because she told jokes about her family and about herself. And folks were laughing all over the place, so she got out of it, okay?
People do love self-deprecating humor, no doubt about that.
Indeed. Hey, Madonna played to 1.6 million fans at the Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro.
God.
That many people came to see her?
It was a free concert.
Oh, I was going to say.
Okay. Her biggest crowd
I
ever.
might show up, too.
Well, yeah, it's free.
Now, but she doesn't hold the record. Rod Stewart holds the record.
Really?
With 4 million people
for free shows?
A free concert.
Where did he perform that, did they say?
Same place.
Oh, Rio de Janeiro.
When?
I would love to go to Rio.
I never been.
I could move to Rio.
And let's see, who's
That's in South America, isn't it? That's like Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro, yeah.
Rio de Janeiro.
And see, Rolling Stones were second with 1.2 million. New Year's celebration. Can you imagine going down? Too many people. Sorry.
That is a lot.
That's one point. What was that? 1.6
like a whole
million people. It's like,
yeah.
No. We got towns in Oklahoma that don't have that many people.
I don't think I could even handle going to Times Square on New Year's Eve. When you see all those people squeezed in on New Year's Eve, on that New Year's Rockin' Eve.
That's when you have zipped pockets and you keep them zipped.
Mm-hmm.
And finally.
And where do you go to the bathroom? Well, that's another story.
Well, you're in New York. You just go. And in her new memoir, Whoopi Goldberg Berg admits that she had a very serious cocaine problem for a while, but she kicked it. She didn't have to go to rehab or anything like that, but she kicked it, and that's in a new book. I'm gonna have to try to grab that.
All right.
Don't they all have cocaine problems?
Eventually, it's a cocaine problem, or they've tried cocaine.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of folks who've tried it, I guess, didn't like it or find it too expensive or whatever. But
too aggressive.
Yeah, way too aggressive. So, the only people I know strong enough to resist, the cocaine addiction are sitting in this room at this table.
You
right
got
now.
that right.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, you sitting in here at the table, but
yeah. They ought to just legalize it, and then that would end it.
Have you ever been to parties where it was just laid out?
I'm sorry.
No.
I always picture like back in y'all's day, y'all was at like parties.
Back in y'all's day, like
picture y'all was like at like parties where it was just like laid out. Come on, Jack.
I've been around record people, music people who I saw doing
openly like that. I think that's what I meant. Like when y'all was interviewing a lot of people and stuff like that.
Oh no, Jack is correct. A lot of the promotions folks would come in, and during that particular time, you're supposed to be down, you're supposed to be hip, and all that kind of stuff, and they would attempt to tempt you, and I don't know, I lost one or two who I thought were friends when it was like, no man, that's you're not going to get your product played by pulling this stuff.
Yeah,
I know. See, that was part of the problem. These guys are all record promoters, and they're trying to get their particular artist played on your radio station. So they think by offering you cocaine or anything else, that's going to get their artist played. That's why you always go, not into it, man. Thanks.
Interesting. Did you ever had like an interview of somebody that was just like completely off their wonkers and?
Oh heck yeah, man!
Popped the line right there.
And not popping the line right there, but as far as some who are out of it, oh yeah, I'm sure Jack.
Who was the most bizarre?
Who's what?
Who was the most like interview that you guys will just never forget in a negative way? Let's put it like that.
Okay, this was not at the station, but it was at a concert, and it was the backup. He was the second act or something like the first act with Herbie Hancock. His name was Wah Wah Watson, and he had that wah wah guitar. And afterwards, you go down in the back where they have all the food laid out and stuff. That was one of the perks. And he had such an attitude. It
was diva attitude.
Oh yeah, like I'm too. What's all this? And I'm used to better stuff than this, and what have you. And I said what I had to say to him, and said goodbye to Herbie Hancock, and I left. I couldn't even stand to be there
to entertain it.
Yeah. Now the best was when Parliament Funkadelic was here with Sly Stone and Bootsy Collins. They were in Norman. Everybody was happy.
I heard that was a wild concert.
It was, oh God, was it wild?
Is that the one that had a spaceship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to go backstage, man, and meet everybody. I tell you,
was it aggressive?
Oh, very, very, very aggressive, very aggressive, and you really didn't mind,
Yeah.
But
it fits. It makes sense.
It was wild. That's the only concert I've ever left early.
What made you leave early? It just took too long.
It went on.
I think my mom went to that. My mom went to that concert. She was telling me how she said it
went on and on and on. It was like holy. Finally, I said, you know what? I have to drive back to the city. I'm leaving. And the person I was with, well, I want to stay. Well, you can, but you have to, get a ride home because I'm leaving now.
Get that Uber.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you were talking about interviews. The two I remember most that were a little off base, a little off center. Jimmy Dean. You have the Sausage King.
Yeah.
He's like, Jimmy Dean sausage.
Yeah, Jimmy Dean.
He came into the station. I interviewed him.
Did he talk like that?
He talked just like that because Jimmy Dean had that song Big Bad John years ago. Was a number 1 hit for him back in 1960 or 61. Anyhow, he was just not in the mood to be interviewed that day. And we got along fine, but you could just tell he was pissed about having to do an interview. So that one, but even worse than that was, remember the guy Goober on Andy of Mayberry or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy he was best known for that role, Goober. Well, he came into the station. He told whoever picked him up at the airport and then came in and came in and let us know you do not call him Goober. His name is George, whatever his real name was.
George Lindsay.
Yeah, George Lindsay. And you do not call him Goober. Well, why not? That's the biggest character, you know.
It's what brought him all the fame. That's why he's here.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like calling, I don't know, whoever played Superman, you know, or whatever. No, he did not want to be called Goober, and he was adamant about it. And that was the first thing he said when he walked in. You will not call me Goober. I said, all right, Goober, whatever you say. Anyway.
Oh, I love when they come in. Well, you should be happy that we're here giving you an interview, and this is what we insist on. And it was like, you know what? You should be insisting that I turn your mic on. Other than that, then there'll be no interview. There will be no publicity for your concert tonight.
Fortunately, overall, I'd say 99.9% of the time,
pretty good.
All interviews are pretty damn good.
Which one was the best one for you as far as?
Of all the, I thought Steve Harvey was phenomenal.
Yeah, we both did Steve Harvey.
Yeah, together. Yeah, we did Steve Harvey because he came in to do like 10 or 15 minutes and stayed 2 hours.
Oh wow,
he was awesome.
And the other singer that Steve doesn't sing, but the other artist that I interviewed who was a gentleman to the max was Lou Rawls.
I could see that too.
Yeah,
I never met Lou Rawls.
He was
before you and I got together.
He was so together. I was like, I could talk to you all day.
You know who was really tremendous too for me? Because I interviewed him probably 5-6 times. Garth Brooks. He was awesome. He was excellent. All right, we got to get to some other stuff we got going on here. What is it next?
That was down memory lane. I like that.
Yeah, I went and derailed y'all.
What a roll here. We got to get to this audio we have. 18-year-old pizza delivery driver out of Tennessee was shot at 7 times by a homeowner, all because the pizza delivery guy accidentally pulled into the wrong driveway.
Man, glad this homeowner couldn't shoot.
Not very good aim. Here is the kid is Caden Wheeler talking about what happened. Listen up.
I was literally about to get killed right there. So it's attempted murder, in my opinion. I do believe there is, if you do have reasonable cause, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But in certain cases like that, I don't think that was a reasonable cause, and therefore I don't agree with it.
Yeah, he doesn't think it's a reasonable cause, and I would have to admit, pizza delivery guy pulls in the wrong driveway, gets shot at 7 times. Luckily,
it's pretty aggressive.
Uninjured. And then a guy named Ryan Babcock was arrested for aggravated assault.
You know, it sort of reminds me of the article. You've probably seen it. Unfortunately, it had a sad ending where this guy thought he was being scammed.
Oh, yeah.
And the lady came up.
They both was being scammed, weren't they? Like, they both were being scammed.
Well, no, she was being scammed because.
Like, she's like an Uber driver.
Yeah, right. And he thought she was coming to get some money because he had received a phone call and they were asking for like $10,000, something like that. And he's already shot her in the leg, and then she was limping out, and then went off of camera view, and you heard a couple of other shots. He killed her.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like, what is, for those of you delivering and going to pick up stuff, individually, if you got a number, I'd call ahead to do something, man.
Make sure they're there and that they know you're coming.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Dangerous times, man.
Here's a couple of quickies for you. Like yesterday, I got a notification that a woman had shot a man over at Northwest 63rd and May, yeah. And then the next thing you know, last evening, police officers are called out to Rockwell and Hefner. I guess it was a housing addition or whatever. There's a guy there. He pulls a gun on the cop, so the cop had to shoot and kill him. I'm like, what's with all the gunplay? Can't people just discuss, compromise, have a conversation?
Yeah,
and everybody just pulls
especially.
The Cowboys had a conversation before they.
Yeah.
The duel in the
you want to
street.
draw?
Yeah.
But when you're out there and there are the police out there and they have all the modern weapons of death with them.
Yeah, why would you even think to pull out your little pea shooter?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, here's the other one. Here's one that gets me, too. I was talking around about this off the air before we went on. I forget what state it is. It might have been Florida. 28-year-old guy works for Little Caesars Pizza. He gets in apparently an argument with his boss, who's a 50-year-old guy. The 28-year-old shoots and kills his boss at Little Caesars Pizza. So now you've ended basically 2 lives because the guy you killed, obviously he's dead, and your life is over too because you're going to prison the rest of your life. It was his boss. And I'm sure people get into disputes with their boss all the time, but it doesn't necessarily always end in gunplay.
Oh, have Jack and I wanted to kill our boss? Of course we have, but we didn't.
There'd be corpses all over the city of Oklahoma City.
Trail of bodies.
Yeah,
but
I got to say hi to Dan Purvis Dan is watching today. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Good to have you with us. We got to get to the
Dumbass joke of the day.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
All right, we've got 3 very cheesy jokes. And as we do each week, we call upon Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. So once again, Ron gets to pick his cheese. Here are the 3 jokes. The elderly couple, the 10-year-old kid, the hot dog stand. Is it going to be the elderly couple, the 10-year-old kid, or the hot dog stand? What do you think, Ron?
Out of respect, the elderly couple.
I was going to say the hot dog.
Okay. All right. The elderly couple, in their old age, they noticed they were getting a lot more forgetful, very forgetful. So they go to the doctor. Doctor says, what you need to do is just write down everything so you don't forget. So they go home, and the old lady tells her husband, go get me a bowl of ice cream. And she goes, by the way, you might want to write that down so you don't forget. And he says, I can remember you want a bowl of ice cream. Then she says, wait, I want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream on top. And he goes, yeah, okay. And she goes, hey, you better write that down or you'll forget. He goes, no, I know what you want, a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream on top. Then the old lady says, wait, I want the bowl of ice cream with the whipped cream and a cherry on top. And she says, now you need to write it down. He goes, I know what you want. You want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. So he goes off to the kitchen to get all the good stuff for his wife. But he's there in the kitchen for about 30 minutes, and finally he comes out to his wife and hands her a plate of eggs and bacon. The old woman stares at the plate for a moment, and she looks at him and says, where's the toast? Come on.
That's good. That was a good start. That's a good start, Jack. Okay.
That's not bad.
All right, let's keep it
wanna know?
rolling. Yeah, you're on a roll. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
The wife is cleaning her 10-year-old son's bedroom. The wife is. She finds loads of serious materials, such as brass knuckles, chains, even a whip and other things. She says to her husband, what should we do? Her husband says, I'm no expert, but I wouldn't spank him.
Okay, Jack.
Okay. Wait, you want another?
Oh, come on.
See what I got. I had another here. What did I do with it? Oh, yeah, I got it.
Dad was on to something.
A guy goes to a hot dog stand. Guy goes to the hot dog stand. He has with him his pet snake. And he says to the girl working there, he says, could I please have a hot dog for my snake? And the waitress says, I'm sorry, but we're all out of buns. And the guy says, well, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
And that's where we end up.
That's how we ended.
You know,
the
you
first
you were really rolling, and then it was like,
no, it's
here's a brick wall.
Let me
just
slam into it.
brick wall.
just a big bomb, yeah.
Just
But hey, we got through it, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you. That's because in the years that Jack and I have worked together, I know one of his favorite athletes, and quite frankly, one of mine too, is Michael Jordan.
Right.
Now, Michael Jordan had a backup plan in case basketball didn't work out.
All right.
What was Michael Jordan's backup plan? One that he kind of studied for in college as well.
so it's not a sport.
It's not a sport. I thought baseball because he did go into
No.
baseball. Gambling? No.
Nope.
Golf.
You don't have to practice for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't golf.
No.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about today, and that just kind of brought it.
Was
to
he going to
mind.
be a meteorologist? Wow.
That's it.
Can you imagine Michael Jordan as a meteorologist?
Good job, Jack. You're on fire today.
There you go. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Your Wheaties.
Trying to
back
that car out of that
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
A meteorologist.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, I could.
I mean,
totally
when he
see it.
talks, he talks pretty.
Yeah, they had him on some feature today.
He won that NASCAR. His
53, 58. Yeah, and they showed him dunking, and I said, man, and
At
it
his
was-
age?
Yeah, and
I'm
it was just so
surprised.
what? 53, 50. Come on, it's
Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan. Come on, man. Well, how hard is his life?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got a pretty cush life right now.
Got a skyscraper downtown Chicago.
He's kicking it.
He's got it made,
You
man.
know, he's billionaire.
He's done well. Mike Reeder is watching us today. Hey, Mike, how you been? Got a lot of cars for sale? He deals in cars, and I don't know if he wholesales them. I think he has his own car lot. Anyway, if you're ever looking for a car, I'll hook you up. We got to get to Tri-Bond here.
Mike's like, thanks.
We got to do Tri-Bond. This one is so easy. I'm telling you what. This one's so simple. A chicken with only one feather and no pecker could get it. Here we go. This is Tribond. Is this the one for today or last week?
I don't think
I got to double check. Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think we
This is the one from last week that you guys were. Did you guys get last week's?
I don't think
The
so.
3 words were work, basket, jewelry. Work, basket, jewelry. One word works with those 3. Answer
Box.
must match mine.
No.
Who?
Box.
No, not box.
That's it. Not what it was. What was it again?
Say woman.
Work, basket, jewelry.
Pat said woman.
No, that ain't it either. You were close.
Basket.
What box?
Yeah, you were close with that, but not good enough. Work, basket, jewelry. Want me to give it to you?
You might as well.
Case.
Dang.
Yeah, case work, basket
That's what I
case,
was thinking,
jewelry
too,
case.
because
Yeah.
I don't know why I call it a jewelry box.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
But they have those.
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
jewelry boxes that.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's really simple, though, the one for next week. You'll have a whole 7 days to think about it. Actually, we won't be here next week because we're taking off a day for the summer. Yeah, we're
The day
take a
for
day
summer.
off. Yeah,
It's not
That's a
summertime
little
yet.
summertime
Yeah.
thing. Well,
Tornado day. Let's call
we
it.
start. Yeah, we'll call it a tornado, severe weather
Severe
day.
weather drill day.
Okay, here's your Tribond for next week.
You guys.
Job, care, light.
Wait, let me write that down.
Job, care, light.
light.
One word works with those 3. What is the word? Job, care, light.
They start with the H.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess you don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, you got 7 days to think about it, 2 weeks to think about it, actually. Plenty of time. All right? All right.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Well,
Got to wrap it up with 2 tough trivia.
as a matter of fact, we do. The question: where are a shark's taste buds?
I thought in its rectum, but that's not the case.
No, that is not the case.
Dang.
Where's a shark's taste buds?
In its gills.
No.
Is it in a like a part of the body like we have too? Is it? Do we share this kind of like body part like they share like tongue, or
Arms and
teeth,
legs? No,
or-
they don't have those.
Yeah, the shark
Stomach.
doesn't have a tongue.
Damn.
Oh, well, they eat arms and legs. Shark
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we do have we do have the part where the
It's
body.
stomach?
Really?
No,
Esophagus.
no,
All right, you better give it. His eyes.
no,
No.
Nose. Yeah, nose.
yeah, no. A shark's taste buds, you won't believe this, but it's true, are in its teeth.
I think I said teeth.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can forget that one.
I was like, no, you didn't. I've
There
been
you
sitting
go.
next to you this whole time. You did not say teeth.
It was
No,
not deep.
but
That's
I
interesting.
found that out. And I said that is wild.
Well, their teeth
Especially-
do like regenerate.
Yeah,
really
they
quickly,
do. They
so-
do. Some sharks have the, just the point, and others, like I think the great white, have the serrated edges on their teeth. So that's pretty good. That's it for me, man.
One thing I was going to say about sharks that I saw when they were doing, I don't know if it was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, but if they would, once
Shark
you
Week.
pull a shark out of the water, and you get it on the boat, it can lay there an hour. If you go near it, it can still,
Kill you.
activate and do whatever. The shark don't die real quick. Yeah, they don't necessarily. If they're out of water, it takes them a long time to perish. So keep that in mind next time you go shark fishing.
Is this a comment on the show that while we're waiting this phone call?
Someone's calling. If you're in the comments, let us know if you're calling. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
Very good. Gotta say, by the way, Mike Reeder is listening to us today, watching us down there at WinStar Casino. Hope you're winning, man. Hope you're winning and winning big.
Yeah, and if you are winning big, think of Jack and Ron giving you that luck. And as such, well, you know how it goes.
You know how the percentage thing works.
Thank you
And
very much.
Cyrus Smith just joined us. Hey, Cyrus, how are you? Glad to have you.
A little late there, aren't you, brother?
Getting ready to wrap it up. I got to say thanks to the folks at Flash Hauler, the game changer in the moving industry. If you're interested in finding out about moving anything at all, an entire house load of furniture, or just maybe a chair, an ottoman, a washer and dryer, Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com, flashhauler.com.
And we'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Howard Harris Funeral Services, my friend, providing elite and distinction with professionalism. You know, the ability to plan your final journey yourself. We're talking about the pre-need funeral package, and there are several packages that are offered. You will have a skilled counselor to help you choose the right plan, service customizations, and dignified memorial services with cremation. A licensed funeral director and insurance counselor, Audrey Howard Harris, is at your service, and you can call her at area code 405-682-1883. That's 405-682-1883. Get peace of mind with advanced funeral planning, sparing your loved ones the added grief and financial burdens. If you've been around a family that's lost a loved one, it's something over it. Everybody's just down. This way you can plan on how you want to go. You can plan on how you want to look. Cremation packages, by the way, start at $11.88.
There you go. All right, thanks to the folks at Othello's Italian Restaurant. We're here at Othello's in Edmond every week, and there's another location down there on Campus Corner in Norman. So check out Othello's. They open every day at 4 o'clock. Incredible Italian food. You're going to love it. So thanks to the good folks at Othello's for letting us come in here and turn the place upside down. Also, thanks to Richard, our producer, who does an adequate job of making this thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been hit.
You're quite welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Good job, Richard. He does a great job.
Adequate is what? Just a step above what?
Yeah, perfection. We got to get out of here. When you go out to do what you do, do it like Jack and Ron. Be the best at what you do. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort like Jack and Ron. Go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.